Hello, I'm down with Healing Frequencies Music, and I have you down in my studio. And I'm going to show you some of the instruments I have, especially some of the cool new ones that I've picked up in the last few months. But I have to start with the one that I just made. And I'm using my computer, so I don't have one of those cameras that you can walk around, so I have to turn the computer so you can see. So I'm just slightly going to move this down to where you can see this gong. And I'll demonstrate that in a minute. But first, I have to demonstrate the new drum that we made over the weekend. This is a Native American powwow drum. I ordered the kit, and some friends came over and they helped me make it. It's 28-inch circumference, and I think it's 10 inches thick. I mean, wide, I guess is what you would say. But anyway, here's the sound of this drum. I don't want to play it too loud because it'll overblow the system. Nice deep sound. And as you can see, it's all it's natural buffalo skin. And I just made a little handle so that I can hold it up. I've been pounding out a lot of breakthrough and freedom and restoration on this drum over the last few days. So that's been fun, just letting those frequencies of breakthrough and freedom and restoration right along as I play the drum. Now I'm going to show you the next instrument that I got in the fall of 2021, in this lovely little gong right here. I'm going to turn this over. These gongs are wonderful instruments, and I actually got it from Gongs Unlimited. Going to play just a little bit. Turn the microphone this way so you can hear it better. Technically, you're supposed to wake up the gongs, so I'm not playing it super loud. Now, if I want a softer sound, I might use a softer mallet. And it changes the harmonics that actually come out of the gong. Then you can have these things called flumies. These are flumies. And this is what they sound like on the gong. Okay, that's kind of an outer worldly sound. But those are my two newest instruments that I have, but I'm just going to do a little quick tour of everything else. I have this set up so that when I'm doing sound baths, that I can easily access all of the instruments that I have here. I generally have what I call a drone sound that goes underneath anywhere, the notes A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Right now, I'm not using sharps and flats because I don't have crystal bowls that are in sharps and flats. So I'm limited to the 7 notes of the scale, but that doesn't mean you can't do a lot. So anyways, you'll see right out front, here are all my crystal bowls. Well, not all of them, but the ones that I tend to use in the sound baths. I should turn the microphone this way so you can actually hear me. There we go. So anyway, those are the crystal bowls. Off to this side over here, you see I have a bunch of my chimes, and beyond that big microphone stand that's sitting kind of right over in there, and it goes down. That's the microphone stand that I use for my new microphone that I got last fall for recording. Anyway, so I'm going to go play a couple of these chimes so that you can hear what they sound like. I'm going to turn the microphone around and I'll scare the cat. He's on the floor. Okay, these are my, which you can't see because these are in the way. These are my koshi chimes. Then of course you see I just have regular wind chimes. And then all these other jingly things. And they all have a different sound, and I might use different ones at different times. You know, here's one of my favorites, a little pair of old broken moose antlers. Then I even have a slinky, because a slinky actually can make some really cool sounds. Okay, and then if you really want to have some fun, I've got this little toy. You've probably all seen these before. They make some really cool sounds. So kids' toys, great musical instruments. Okay, now I'm going to turn the computer around again. Coming back over where the crystal bowls are. Right about here, you see these things are called crystal pyramids, and they're made of quartz crystal. So I'm going to go play one of those. There's another one that's right over here, but the sun is in the way, so you can't see it, but I'll play it too. And if you use different beaters, you're going to get a different kind of sound, just like any drum that you use, depending on the mallet that's used on it, you're going to get a different sound. So, and then of course, I have a whole variety of other percussion instruments. One of my favorites is, this is called a thunder tube. This is the giant sized version. You just play that. Okay, now I'm going to turn you over the other direction for a second so we can see. This is a coat rack or a clothing rack that, you know, when you get your clothes out of the laundry, you just hang it up before you put it in your bedroom or wherever you keep them. As you can see here, I've got deer toe rattles, bean pod rattles. These are beans. More chimes. Here's the deer toe rattle. Got this. And always more cowbell. So, you know, you always have to have more cowbell. Now, the last thing I'll do is just play a couple of the crystal bowls so you can hear what those sound like. And hopefully this microphone will pick it up. So I'm going to play the A and the E. So those are a sample of two of the crystal bowls. And another fairly new toy is this tongue drum. So I was playing A's and E's, so we want a 6 and a 5. Let me do that low A. So the same two notes I'm playing on the tongue drum. And of course I got a variety of shakers and percussion things and a ton of drums that are just sitting down here. A nice old djembe, antique, but it's cold here here in North Idaho, so the skins are kind of stretched a little bit. So again, I have a whole variety of instruments that I use in my album making process, sound baths, all the different things I do, and I just continue to collect them. So we'll see you in the next update with more instruments as I get them. So thank you for joining me on this miniature studio tour, and we'll see you next time.